Well, the final EuroNASCAR Pro race coming up shortly at Circuit Zolder, but in yesterday's race, in awful conditions, didn't stop some pure racing as the reigning EuroNASCAR 2 champion Lasse Sorensen was under attack from former EuroNASCAR Pro winner at Circuit Zolder last year, Stinis Longines. Stinis Longines then made a mistake heading in towards the Jackie X chicane, spun the car through 360 degrees, dropped himself well and truly down through the order, and that allowed Lasse Sorensen not only to hang on to the lead of the race, but also have an advantage over the cars squabbling for second and third. Lasse Sorensen came through to grab the win, and in the process his first victory in the top flight in EuroNASCAR Pro. Same format as ever, 2 championships, 4 races over the weekend. EuroNASCAR Pro coming up, which is for the pro drivers. Lasse Sorensen is now the championship leader, and the young and the amateur drivers, they head towards EuroNASCAR 2. So let's just remind you about Circuit Zolder. We are racing on the 4-kilometre or 2.5-mile circuit, which has 16 key corners to it, with those 3 chicanes placed amongst them. It's been the home of the Belgian round of EuroNASCAR since 2015. It's still wet and rainy out there. Round 4 of the EuroNASCAR Pro Division 4 2020 will go green for 18 laps around this circuit. It's the fastest lap times from yesterday's race that give us the grid for today. And onto pole position, therefore, goes the number 11 car of Stinis Longines. Let's hear from the pole sitter.
Yesterday, unfortunately, I spun during the race. But then I knew my goal was to get the pole position, so I'm really happy that I have it. Next to me is my teammate Alan. So yeah, I think we have a big chance to get 1 and 2, and yeah, we have to fight, but not like big fight. But I think we have both strong paces. So yeah, we will see. We will fight for podium for sure, and let's hope I can win.
So Stinis Longines brings his number 11 Pro Job supported Chevy up onto pole position, and he will have alongside him the double former champion Alan Day. Let's guide you through the grid. Longines and Day on row number 1 with Jacques Villeneuve and Mark Werrell on row number 2. Row 3 of the grid is Mark Werrell and Loris Haseman still sporting that hand injury, a very swollen hand from an incident in qualifying. And row number 4, that's where we see the car of Luca Leclerc and Luigi Ferreira. Buckle up everybody, we're about to go green for the final time here at Circuit Zolder in EuroNASCAR Pro this weekend. We get the race underway, and on the charge up towards Urs, the first left-hander, Stinis Longines and Alan Day side by side, but Stinis Longines has the inside line and will take up the lead of the race. Jacques Villeneuve bounces over the curbs in his efforts to try and steal second place away from Alan Day, but it doesn't look as though it's quite worked. We ride on board with Mark Werrell at his home NASCAR Grand Prix. Sprinting their way up towards turn number 4 before they head down the straight and in towards the cleaner chicane for the first time. Stinis Longines desperate to try and pick up a win if he can. It was 12 months ago when he claimed his first win here. The number 88 car of Thomas Ferrando is side by side with his fellow countryman Luca Leclerc at the wheel of the Mitsubishi Motors car just to our right. It's all going to get really tight as they head in towards the cleaner chicane. Luca Leclerc bounces over the curbs and is just able to hang on to the position. In towards the Villeneuve chicane comes the scrap for the lead. Stinis Longines leading the race. Alan Day in second place. Both of those cars having to be repaired in between the EuroNASCAR 2 race and the EuroNASCAR Pro race. There were several other cars. It was nip and tuck as to whether repairs would be done in time. Such was the issues that some of the drivers had in the race earlier on today. But everybody out there and all still circulating. And Thomas Ferrando now looking to try and steal a place away up the inside of Luca Leclerc, heading in towards Boulderberg-Buchten. Is able to go through, takes the place away, and that is another position gain now for Thomas Ferrando. Over the start-finish line, lead 6 cars together. Thomas Ferrando now up into 7th place as they turn their way through the left-hander. Number 42 going well here in this one. That's the car in the hands of Luigi Ferreira, who just ran a little bit wide there. Is now coming under pressure from Vallelunga winner, the number 54 car in the hands of former EuroNASCAR 2 champion Marco Werrell. So out of the Villeneuve chicane, speeds start to build again all of the time. Loris Haseman's going side by side in the background with Mark Werrell. Nose to tail goes Luigi Ferreira and Marco Werrell, both of them bouncing over the curbs through the cleaner chicane, but the order hasn't as yet shuffled. Now Werrell is looking to try and undo the door again here. He's having another little nibble as they head up towards turn number 1. Still in exactly the same order. As hard as Marco Werrell tries, he hasn't as yet been able to unlock the door and grab the place away. There we go, up the inside, finally made it through Marco Werrell. Good move there as they went up towards what was turn number 4. However, now it looks as though Ferreira is going to try and fight back as they head down the straight and in towards the cleaner chicane, and all of this is just allowing the cars ahead to try and break away. Loris Haseman's is in the mix as well at the wheel of the black Hendricks Motorsport Ford. Luigi Ferreira bounces over the curbs and loses a bit of time on the exit of the corner, and surely that's going to allow Loris Hasemans to go through and grab the position. Yeah, place gained for the reigning EuroNASCAR Pro champion, who had a difficult day yesterday when the throttle stuck open at this part of the circuit in qualifying. The car was damaged, but more worryingly, his hand was damaged, and he's got lots and lots of strapping on his right hand, and he's feeling the pain all of the time, Loris Hasemans. But the way he's driving at the moment, you wouldn't know that. For the lead of the race, Stinus Longines still under pressure from the number 24 PK Car Sport car in the hands of Alan Day. Both of them pushing each other as hard as they possibly can. Shining for the first time really over the course of what's been a difficult weekend, and depending on the tyres that the cars came out on, again, that if you're on a slick tyre, you've now got a circuit that's more than going to suit you. If you've gone for the control general tyre wet, then you could be in trouble towards the end of this race. Stinus Longines just runs a little bit wide there, but he's got the inside line for the next corner. Has Alan Day got the momentum to try and go through to take up the lead of the race? Yes, he has. Well, that was all done at the previous corner. Alan Day getting the drive off the corner. Stinus Longines just ran a little bit wide beyond the curb line and briefly onto the dust, and that was all it needed. Slight chink in the armour. Alan Day picks up the race lead, already 5 times a race winner in EuroNASCAR Pro at Circuit Zolder. The Israeli, the double former champion, now picks up the lead of the race. Quick replay of that. So that's Jacques Villeneuve out of the race at the Villeneuve chicane, and that's his second retirement of the 2020 season. A difficult start to the year for the former champ car, an Indy 500 winner, retiring at the Villeneuve chicane. Now that gives another place to this car here. Now this is Lasse Sorensen, race winner yesterday. The car was repaired so late on, such were the problems that befell it in the hands of the EuroNASCAR 2 driver, which was Andreas Jochimsen, that Lasse had to start off the back of the grid and is now carving his way through the order with great progress being made. We go back on board with Tomo Ferrando, who's got a good run on Mark Goosens here. Mark Goosens is tucked in the toe of Luigi Ferreira. They head up towards the braking area for the cleaner chicane. Tomo Ferrando trying to gain the place. Oh, carries too much momentum in. All through the gravel goes Tomo Ferrando. And I think that is another onboard camera car as well. That is Luca Lasserre, who follows him off. Both cars rejoin. Both Frenchmen back in the race, but that's given them very dusty tyres and a bit of bodywork damage to the number 88 as well. There goes Luca Lasserre. He's recovered from his moment as well. They'll be able to lock their horns and crack on with what had been a great fight between the pair of them. There's been plenty of overtaking amongst them as well. Now this is Stinus Longines here, coming under pressure from Gianmarco Ercoli as they head round through Erst and up towards Sterabakvut. Fight for second and third position in towards the Villeneuve chicane. They turn right, turn left and turn right again. The race winner from this equivalent race meeting last year, Stinus Longines, so far his only ever win in EuroNASCAR Pro, came 12 months ago here, has now got 2 times EuroNASCAR Pro race winner. Gianmarco Ercoli sitting behind. Ercoli's first ever win came at Brands Hatch 2018, his second win last time out at Vallelunga. They are both former EuroNASCAR 2 champions as well. In towards the Jackie chicane goes Alan Day in the lead of the race. Stinus Longines in second. Now either missed the braking point or has got a problem there and is heading down pit road, so he is going to head across the grass and I think will rejoin. Yes, there he goes now, but that's dropped him well and truly down through the order. Now was that a mistake, or is there a slight issue with the car perhaps that just meant that it didn't anchor up as much as he thought it would? Either way, for Stinus Longines, he will see this as points that have disappeared. We've still got the great battle going on between the 2 Frenchmen as well. Tomo Ferrando under enormous pressure from the number 33 car of Luca Lasserre that sits behind. But for the moment, it's the 23-year-old that's just ahead. Luca Lasserre looking for the inside line, though. Didn't quite make it stick. The two of them are still together. Luca Lasserre moving one way, moving the other. Tomo Ferrando just trying to make sure that he keeps his Cal Racing machine through and ahead of the number 33 Mitsubishi Motors car, but it looks as though there was a bit more momentum coming off the cleaner chicane for Luca Lasserre. Yevgen Sokolovsky is the back marker. They're going to meet slap bang in the middle of the Villeneuve chicane, and Luca Lasserre is side by side with Tomo Ferrando. They bounce off each other very, very, very slightly, but fair driving from both as well. Tomo Ferrando could have closed the door, but realised there was going to be an incident. Yevgen Sokolovsky moves out of the way as much as he could as the back marker, but Luca Lasserre is through. The 2009-2010 champion takes the place away and is now ahead of his fellow countryman Tomo Ferrando, who he's been doing battle with for the vast majority of the race so far. Turning his way through Erst goes Luca Lasserre. Here is our race leader, which is Alan Day, and since those problems for Stinus Longines, Alan Day is now enjoying the best part of a 2 to 2.5 second lead between himself and Gianmarco Ercoli, who's there in second place. So it's a Chevy that leads for PK Car Sport. It's a Chevy for Cal Racing that's second, but for Alan Day, he is on his way to victory lane once more at Zolder with his 6th career win alone at this circuit. He claims the win from Gianmarco Ercoli in second place and Mark Goossens in third place. Stinus Longjing fought back to 4th in the end. But for the 21st time in his EuroNASCAR Pro career, Alan Day heads towards victory lane. He is only 1 win away now from the all-time record holder and the Villarino, and that win also gives him the championship lead.
It was a long time since the last time I started next to my teammate, and me and Stinus always had great fights, and I really appreciate that. This is not a normal thing to have such a clean fight during so many years of competition against each other. I really appreciate that. Everybody did a great job, especially after the crash that this 24 Monster Energy car had this morning. The team did an amazing job. Everybody, they just gave me an unbelievable car. And yeah, what could I say? I think I'm leading the championship, and now it's time to focus for the next round. And hope to win it there.
So Alan Day does pick up the championship lead by 3 points from Lassie Sorensen, with Gianmarco Ercoli in third position. In the Challenger Trophy, number 89, Davide Dallara came through to claim the win. And in the Junior Trophy, Gianmarco Ercoli came out on top. Well, that's all from Circuit Zolder from the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. Join us next time out when we're in the Czech Republic and Most. Until then, goodbye.